Hi, welcome to the first episode of Web Security. So, some things are too good to be true or so bad that we usually see them as things that happen to other people, like getting so wildly rich, for example, dying, or maybe getting hacked. The day before yesterday, I tried to log into Facebook and to just check, maybe I have a new message from friends and things like that. And then I realized that I couldn't log in. After trying everything, I went to my email and found this email from Facebook. I realized at that point that I had been hacked. So I'd like to share three things with you. The process that it would take for someone to take control of your account, what you can do to try and mitigate or minimize, the probability of that happening. And lastly, I would like to just share a few tips that companies that give access to people can implement into their systems to help the rightful owners, you know, keep control of their user accounts. But before we get there, please let me introduce you to my sponsor. Wijays is a Malawian manufacturer of several products under the Harvard brand. They focus on making organic family products like soap and cooking oil. As a songwriter, I've also had so much support from the company. For example, like the founder of the company, Joyce, has always helped me inspire people through music by helping finance my music.
Okay, sizidima sana nali ndili online ndinaweza kuti ndandiya text kwanzangu nayo atandipatse namba yako ndifuna amati apange chani kaya za snapchat ndikuti namba yanga ndizikugwirizana bwanji ndati atangotumiza ndisinanganiza akaunti ya munthu uli ndumudziwa ndiye ndapeza kuti ndatumiza namba ija phone number ndatumiza.
So, social engineering is the most common form of what people call hacking. This is where someone uses the trust that they have with you, or maybe someone in between whom you fully trust, to try and coax you into giving up valuable information that they can then exploit. Most of the time, a little bit of knowledge and experience can make you far less susceptible to these kinds of social engineering issues.
Trying to log into my account ndine zangu banka I think ndinapanga okay yapeza kuti yatani yapeza kuti ndimamuuza nomunthu uja that time inali account yanga idakali active ndi ndimuuza ndikuti iwe ndangokutumizira kodi ija apa ikundipatsa warning kuti somebody is trying to log into my account yanjani ndati kutanthauza chani basi ndapeza kuti wangotumiza yonchechi kuti kutanthauza chani ina account ija
People would do this basically to dig into your life, or maybe these days, if people can, for example, get into your Facebook account so they can use your page or use your account to attract followers to their pages, etc. Like, they can use it to say, invite followers to follow this page. They could also do this to confirm some suspicions about you, or maybe if you're truly killing it, they may try to discover, how you're doing things, leverage your network, things like that. There's so many reasons you wouldn't know. You can be immune to consensual social engineering cases, but if someone truly wants to get access to your information, then they can make the next level of attempt to try, and get hold of your data. A few months ago, for example, I got a prompt on WhatsApp that I'm being logged out. And I immediately knew what was happening because WhatsApp used to require just one active device per user account. So, lucky enough, I was using my device and I was able to wait like for 10 or 15 minutes before I could recover my account. For someone to activate a device on WhatsApp, they get a confirmation SMS which they have to use in their new phone. I didn't get any SMS on my number. And then I knew it was someone who knew me. They had connected with my telecommunications provider to intercept my SMSs as they come. For whatever reason, they really, really had to do this. People can do this, for example, if they truly mean business, they can take it that step. It can happen in marriages, it can happen in judicial issues, things like that. People can escalate issues and be willing to pay the price to get what they can about you. So, but it's sad because companies are supposed to, I don't know, companies sell data all the time. So it depends. It really depends, but it happens. You just have to know that. The second way that a hacking process can begin is by taking advantage of system vulnerabilities on the devices that you use. Like social engineering, people can take advantage of your trust as a person to initiate the process. Again, it's not necessarily because you are naive or somehow weak in some way, but it depends on how much somebody wants access to your information. So, for example, we've heard of cases where important people like Angela Merkel were hacked, so even leaders, even presidents, and other important people can get hacked. So basically, this involves, instead of getting all the details from you directly, people use computing power to try and get access to your data. So, for example, they can install computer software on your laptop, which, like, they are called keyloggers. They can be monitoring what you do, they can be capturing passwords and things like that. So the methods that they can use to install this kind of software on your computer systems are complicated and can range from involving you to using other people or any way in between to make sure that they can keep track of you. The first step to take as an individual is to activate two-factor authentication. A lot of big sites like Google and Facebook have this feature built in. Google, for example, is used by so many people to log into so many sites and to even manage their passwords for other websites. So we do a lot of things on the internet these days. That's where we do business, that's where we meet people, that's where a lot of things happen. And your account is like a key to all of these entries into your life. So if you lose control of your account, you could lose everything. The best hope that you have in recovering your account is working directly with the company that manages your account. For example, if you lost access to your Facebook account, use the Facebook tools that are available to you. If they have a direct customer support, get in touch with them. If you know a thing or two about the person who has had access to your account, maybe you can try speaking to them. But if they went as far as doing that, there's very little chance that you're gonna find a soul behind that face that's willing to help you. As for companies, here's how they can help people. We know, for example, that big companies like Google and Facebook collect vast amounts of data on their users. And although sometimes it seems like they delete this information when the user deletes it, they don't. So when someone accesses your account, for example, and changes it to a different, for example, they change your email, they change your phone number, the actual information that was there before they made those changes is still there. So Facebook, for example, should be able to know that there have been these changes, these kinds of changes have been made recently. And they collect your information on, for example, where you are, your location, what devices you're using, and things like that. So they would be able to detect irregular activities happening. For example, they should be able to know that someone is accessing your account from a different location, and on the location, your usual location that you use, and you're still trying to get access to your account from your usual location, your usual device, and things like that. So they should be able to see some irregularities like that and help users.
Hello.